Hello and welcome to week 11 of Corona Vlogs. It's insane. So many weeks. But anyways, we're here. Today is the first day of summer classes, and I am actually kind of bored because neither of the classes I'm taking 2 classes this summer, really have anything for me to do. I watched the 20-minute video that has been posted so far. That is the only thing that's been posted so far, and it was basically just an introduction to the course. So I don't really know what to do, and I'm bored. And it's like 90 degrees or something obnoxious like that, so I'm not going outside because it is too warm for that. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do right now, and I'm hoping that by the end of the day, there's at least something else for me to do school related, because I was like, my whole thing was like planning on having that thing to do to keep me busy because I'm so bored. So we'll see how that goes. So I have been waiting for probably almost 5 weeks now for an ebook from my library. And I finally got it earlier today, and I have already finished the book. It was very good, in case you couldn't tell. It is called Solitaire, and I started reading it because I had found the comic that she's drawing that is part of the same universe, and it involves some of the same characters. I found that online, and I had been reading it, and I really liked it, and found that she had written some books. So I had read one of her books earlier in quarantine, and I just finished this one. So yeah, now I don't know what I'm gonna do with any free time, because now that I've finished said book, it didn't take super long, only a few hours, but yeah, it was really good. I think I might read it again before I return it. But yeah, the ending really went 0 to 100, but it was really interesting to read, so that's a win in my book. Pun not intended. And I will see myself out. So today is a really cool day because it is the first what am I trying to say? First US-based manned space launch. There's an actual name for it, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I'm very excited. I've been watching the stream since it started 2 hours ago, and we still have 2 hours to go. But yeah, it's really cool. I used to watch all of the space shuttle launches when I was really little, before they stopped happening. So it's been really cool to watch them again. I've been super emotional. I've already cried twice. Don't know why. I don't normally get this emotional at this kind of stuff, but I have been, and yeah, it's just been super cool to watch, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. So it has turned out that the weather at the launch site is not, it's not going to be safe for them to launch today, so no launch will be happening today, and they're going to try again on Saturday, so fingers crossed it happens then. Hello! So I just finished the first lab in one of the classes I'm taking. The lab portions are synchronous, which means it's on a Zoom call. But because people work and stuff, the Zoom call doesn't start until 8 p.m., which is a little late, not gonna lie, and trying to stay fully focused throughout the whole lab was a little challenging, considering we didn't finish until just about 10 o'clock. But I have also finished the homework assignment that goes along with that lab, and it's only been about an hour since the end of lab, so that is very nice. That means I don't have anything to do for this class until Monday, so that is very nice. That's when our next lab is, so it's really not until anything for this class until Monday at 8 p.m. So that is nice. I do have a fair amount of work for my other class, though. I spent a good portion of earlier today watching a review from one of the previous classes in this sequence, and that's a little frustrating because I've probably watched almost 2 hours of videos at this point, and I have probably 3 or 4 or 5 more to go. And this is all still review for an entire class, and I spent an entire term taking all of this material because it's a prerequisite course for this course that I'm currently taking. So having to redo all of it is kind of boring and frustrating and hard to get through, but we're pushing through. I don't have my notes from school with me because I'm home. I'm not in my apartment up at school. So I've been taking notes again on this, which is probably helping. It's getting me back in that mindset and also just giving me the set of notes that I would have if I had my notes, and it's helping me stay focused in all of these 40-minute videos, which is very helpful. But I still have a long way to go on that, so that is probably what I will be doing most of tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a lot of it done then, so I don't have to go into the weekend, but I don't think that is going to be the case. So, I finally showered, which does not sound like much of an accomplishment, but I kept just procrastinating it for days on end because I wasn't going anywhere, and I finally did. And yeah, generally when I shower, and I haven't in a while, it makes me feel better. But I've been in a really weird headspace the past few days because of literally everything that's going on, from stuff just happening in my personal life and my brain and that to all of the protests and riots surrounding a lot of the recent police brutality things and the virus and just so many things, and it all has just been very, very overwhelming for me, and yeah, it's been putting me in a weird headspace. So I made the decision to either drastically reduce and potentially just remove all social media usage from my life for the next undetermined amount of time, because that is really where a lot of that is coming from. And I need a space to just let my brain process literally everything that's happening. So, yeah. That's what's happening right now, I guess. I've gone through and set 10-15 minute limits on all of my social media apps to see how that goes. And if that isn't quite enough, then I'm just gonna delete them from my phone. I got a new journal today, so this is my journal that I've been using. I am most of the way through it. There's 40 or so pages in here, which at the rate that I have been journaling will last me about another month or so. So I was thinking about ordering one anyways, and I was out at the bookstore with my mom earlier today, and they sold these, so I got a new one. This one's empty. The tags are at the very beginning. I just opened it today. But yeah, I thought that it would be kind of fun to get them in a color spectrum. So I have this pinky red one, so next up is orange, and then yellow, and so on. But yeah, it'll be a little bit before I get the yellow one, because so this one has 6 months worth of stuff in it so far. So yeah, anyways, that's what I've been up to. I worked on some of my summer stuff earlier today. I had another CAD class, but that was really chill. It was just kind of get to know everyone. And then I did some homework for my other class. I haven't left the house at all, except literally the first time I left the house, I think all week, was to go to the bookstore with my mom earlier today, and we picked up dinner on our way home. But tomorrow should hopefully be interesting. They're trying to do the launch again tomorrow. So hopefully that all goes well. I'm gonna try to wake up, I think, for it. I definitely will be awake for the launch, but whether or not I'm going to be awake when all of their live coverage and everything starts, I have not decided yet, because I'm assuming a lot of it is going to be the same as it was on Wednesday, and depending on what time I go to bed, given it's like 1:30 right now, we'll see what time I set my alarm for. So, I am back watching the hopeful crewed launch flight. I remember the name of it this time. But yeah, there are the astronauts right there, getting ready to get up into the rocket. But yeah, we still have like 2 or 3 hours, I think, until launch. I've been kind of flipping back and forth between the launch feed and other stuff, because a lot of like the entertainment coverage is pretty much the same as it was last time, so it's not as interesting to watch anymore, but I still have been checking in, seeing what they're doing, seeing if there's any updates, that kind of thing. I just went and made myself lunch, so yeah, I'm gonna eat that and watch the stream. So, very excitingly, the launch did happen. I put my NASA hat on for it and everything, but yeah, it was super cool to see, and I'm just very excited for more of this kind of stuff. When I was really little, I was super into like space and being an astronaut and all that kind of stuff, and it's been really fun to kind of dive back into that now that I have a little more free time in the summer, and that this stuff is just like starting to happen more again. So yes, very excited to keep up with what's happening, and just, yeah, go from there. So I am currently in my neighbor's house because they are out of town for the weekend, and I'm taking care of their cat. This is Cosmo. He doesn't really like me, but that's beside the point. The point is that he is very, very spoiled and has a fidget spinner that is attached to the table for him to play with. How crazy is that? Yeah, huh? You're spoiled. Want to say hi? No? Okay. Yep, that's about how all of our interactions go whenever I'm here to feed him, even though this is a regular occurrence. Yeah, he just kind of sits here and doesn't want to play with me. But, you know, not too bad of a gig. Get to come see some more cute cats, attempt to play with him, even though he never wants to play, and give him some food. So we just discovered that although the location of our favorite ice cream place that's closest to us is not open right now, one of the ones a little bit farther away is. So we're going to get ice cream. I am very excited. So we got there around sunset, which was very nice and very pretty, but they didn't end up having my favorite flavor, chocolate chunk, so I got this one, which is called Midnight Madness. Hello, so I am in the car again, which typically means I'm going to the park, and that is again true in this case. This morning I got up pretty early. It wasn't actually that early, but it was early for me at like 9:30-ish to watch the docking and like hatch opening and all of that kind of stuff for the launch, which was really cool to like see it, like just like move in and just like kind of latch on. It was really cool. And yeah, so that was really fun. And now that that is over, it is an absolutely gorgeous day. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Look at how beautiful that sun is. The blue skies. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna go to the park. I do have my laptop and my notebook and all of the stuff I need for school with me, so I can maybe get some schoolwork done, but we'll see. So I have made it to the park. I'm back in the pavilion because I am gonna pretend like I'm gonna do work. Probably won't do that much, but we'll see. It is way more treed over and shady than the last time I was here, though. Look at all those trees with leaves on them. Anyways, I'm very excited to get back in my hammock, chill out for a little bit, jam out to some music, maybe do some work. We'll see. So it is now almost 6 o'clock. I've been here a few hours. Didn't really do any work. I did try, but I need to watch videos, and I was trying to get one of them to load off of my phone, but it wouldn't. So that was a good enough excuse for me to not do any work. Plus the sun was just shining down right where I have my hammock set up, and it was just on me, and I just put some bops on and laid in the sun, and it was fantastic. But it is getting a little cold, and I am getting hungry, so I think that it is time to go home.